Hi readers. This week the book that we're going to be focusing on is Lily's Plastic Purse. It's written and illustrated by Kevin Hanks. And if you look at this main character, Lily, if she looks familiar, there's a reason why. We've read a few books written by Kevin Hanks, namely Sheila Ray the Brave and Chrysanthemum from back at the very beginning of kindergarten. And this is another book that was written by Kevin Hanks. A lot of his books have mice as the main characters. That's not the only character that he draws, but he has made quite a few stories with mice as the main characters. Before we open this book and do some reading, I want to talk to you about the strategy that we're going to be practicing today. Our strategy of predicting is one that we've done many times before, but just so you remember, readers take clues from the text and they make a smart guess about what will happen inside of a story. So I'm going to read part of this book to you today, and then I'm going to stop and I'm going to ask you to do a little bit of predicting on your own. So now would be a good time to grab a pencil and a paper or a whiteboard and a marker so that when I stop reading and pause for a moment, you can go ahead and draw what you think is going to happen next in our story. Let's take a look at Lily's purple plastic purse. Lily loved school. I love school. She loved the pointy pencils, she loved the squeaky chalk, and she loved the way her boots went clickety-clickety-click down the long, shiny hallways. Lily loved the privacy of her own desk. She loved the fish sticks and chocolate milk every Friday in the lunchroom. Straws make everything taste better. And most of all, she loved her teacher, Mr. Slinger. For you. Mr. Slinger was sharp as a tack. He wore artistic shirts, he wore glasses on a chain around his neck, and he wore a different colored tie for each day of the week. Wow, said Lily. That was just about all she could say. Wow. Instead of greetings, students, or good morning, pupils, Mr. Slinger would wink and say, howdy. He thought that desks in rows were old-fashioned and boring. Do you rodents think you can handle a semicircle? And he always provided things, the most tasty things, snacks that were curly and crunchy and cheesy. I want to be a teacher when I grow up, said Lily. Me too, said her friends Chester and Wilson and Victor. At home, Lily pretended to be Mr. Slinger. I'm the teacher, she told her baby brother Julius. Listen up. Lily even wanted her own set of deluxe picture encyclopedias. Teachers know everything. What's with Lily? Asked her mother. I thought she wanted to be a surgeon or an ambulance driver or a diva, said her father. It must be because of her new teacher, Mr. Slinger, said her mom. Wow, said her father. That was just about all he could say. Wow. Whenever the students had free time, they were permitted to go to the light bulb lab in the back of the classroom. They expressed their ideas creatively through drawing and writing. Lily went there often. She had lots of ideas. She drew pictures of Mr. Slinger, and she wrote stories about him too. During sharing time, Lily showed her creations to the entire class. Wow, said Mr. Slinger, and that was about all he could say. Wow. The title of her book says, Big Friendly Mr. Nice Man Teacher, by me, Lily. When Mr. Slinger had bus duty, Lily stood in line, even though she didn't ride the bus. Lily raised her hand more than anyone else in the class, even if she didn't know the answer. And she volunteered to stay after school and clap the erasers. "I want to be a teacher when I grow up," said Lily. "Excellent choice," said Mr. Slinger. One Monday morning, Lily came to school especially happy. She had gone shopping with her Grammy over the weekend. Lily had a new pair of movie star sunglasses, complete with glittery diamonds, bling, and a chain just like Mr. Slinger's. She also had 3 shiny quarters. And best of all, she had a brand new purple plastic purse that played a jaunty little tune when it was opened. You can see the music notes are coming out. Show that it plays music. Lily wanted to show everyone. "Not now," said Mr. Slinger. "Listen to our story." Lily had a hard time listening. You can see he's got a book, right? Lily really wanted to show everyone. "Not now," said Mr. Slinger. "Let's be considerate of our classmates." Lily had a hard time being considerate. Looks like they're practicing some rhyming words. Nice, dice, mice. Lily really, really wanted to show everyone. "Not now," said Mr. Slinger. "Wait until recess or sharing time." But Lily could not wait. The glasses were so glittery, the quarters were so shiny, and the purse played such nice music, not to mention how excellent it was for storing her school supplies. "Look," Lily whispered fiercely. "Look, everyone. Look what I've got." Everyone looked, including Mr. Slinger. He was not amused. So you'll see I've got a post-it right here. It says Mr. Slinger was not amused. I'm going to stop there for a minute, and I'm going to ask you to do a little bit of predicting. I want you to think about what is going to happen if Lily continues to share her purse and disturb her other classmates. Okay? So remember, predicting is thinking about what you know from the book and then making a smart guess. You can also practice making a connection to this too as we're making our prediction. For example, has anything like this ever happened in our class before? Maybe somebody's been disturbing our classmate with a toy or some jewelry. What happened when that happened to us? We can use that information to help us predict what will happen next in Lily's purple plastic purse. So if you've got your paper and your pencil or your dry erase board and your marker, I want you to stop for a minute. I'm going to pause here, and I want you to make a drawing, a sketch, and get down some of your ideas about what you think will happen if Lily continues to disturb her other friends and classmates and Mr. Slinger. I'm going to give you some time to think. All right, readers, did you get down your prediction? I'll share you mine. I predict that her teacher is going to take her purse so it doesn't distract everyone anymore if she keeps going. Yeah, that's my idea. Your idea might be different or it might be the same. But what we're going to do next is we're going to finish our story and we're going to see if our prediction was correct, if we were thinking exactly what Kevin Hanks is going to write, or if we're surprised. Let's keep going. Oh, can you see? "I'll just keep your things at my desk," said Mr. Slinger. "They'll be safe there, and you can take them home." Lily's stomach lurched. She felt like crying. Her glasses were gone. Her quarters were gone. Her purple plastic purse was gone. Lily longed for her purse all morning. She was even too sad to eat snack that Mr. Slinger served right before recess. That afternoon, Lily went to the light bulb lab. She was still very sad. She thought, and she thought, and she thought, And then she became angry. And then she became furious. And she thought and she thought and she thought a bit longer, and then she drew a picture of Mr. Slinger. See how she was so furious. Ooh. I'm wondering if this is going to be a nice picture. There it is. Big, fat, mean Mr. Stealing Teacher. She's even got some labels in here, though. Claus, thief, bad, bad, wanted by the FBI. P.S. I do not want to be a teacher when I grow up. Right before the last bell rang, Lily sneaked the drawing into Mr. Slinger's bag. When all the students were buttoned and zipped and snapped and tied and ready to go home, Mr. Slinger strolled over to Lily and gave her her purple plastic purse. "It's a beautiful purse," Mr. Slinger said. "Your quarters are nice and jingly, and those glasses are absolutely fabulous. You may bring them back to class as long as you don't disturb the rest of the class." "I do not want to be a teacher when I grow up," Lily said, and she marched out of the classroom. On the way home, Lily opened her purse. Her glasses and her quarters were inside, and so was a note from Mr. Slinger. It said, "Today was a difficult day. Tomorrow will be better." There was also a small bag of tasty snacks in the bottom of her purse. Now, these illustrations might be a little bit difficult for you to see, but Kevin Hanks does a really great job of illustrating how she starts to feel in this book. Here, she's showing that she's sad because she's realized that she left a really nasty note in Mr. Slinger's bag, and he left such a nice one for her. And it makes her feel smaller and smaller and smaller. So sad. Lily's stomach lurched, and she felt like crying. She felt simply awful. Lily ran all the way home and told her mother and father everything. Oh, goodness. Instead of watching her favorite cartoons, Lily decided to sit in the uncooperative chair. I think that's a little bit like Time Out, if you're familiar with that. "I'll stay here a million years for Mr. Slinger." There's little tears on her cheeks. "Why does everything always happen to me? 1051, 1052, 1053. She's counting. That night, Lily drew a new picture of Mr. Slinger and wrote a story about him too. Lily was really, really sorry, so everyone forgave her, even her parents, even her stinky baby brother, even her especially incredible teacher. And then the sun shined its smiley face down on everyone and everything, even the bugs and the worms. The end. And here's that new picture of Mr. Slinger. It says, "Listen up. I forgive everyone. Could be principal, kind, good, nice. I am really, 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 really sorry." Lily's mother wrote a note, and Lily's father baked some tasty snacks for Lily to take to school the next day. "I think Mr. Slinger will understand," said Lily's mom. "I know he will," said her father. The next morning, Lily got to school early. "These are for you," she said to Mr. Slinger, "because I'm really, 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 really sorry." Mr. Slinger read her story, and he looked at her picture, and he read her note, and he sampled the snacks. "Wow," said Mr. Slinger. That was just about all he could say. Wow. "What do you think we should do about this?" asked Mr. Slinger. It's the mean picture that she drew yesterday. Could we just throw it away?" asked Lily. "Excellent idea," said Mr. Slinger. During share time, Lily demonstrated the many uses and unique qualities of her purple plastic purse, her shiny quarters, and her glittery movie star sunglasses. Then she did a little performance using them as props. "It's called interpretive dance," said Lily. Mr. Slinger joined in. "Wow," said the entire class. That was just about all they could say. Wow. Throughout the rest of the day, Lily's purse and quarters and sunglasses were tucked safely inside her desk. She peeked at them often, but did not disturb the rest of the class. Right before the bell rang, Mr. Slinger served Lily's snacks to everyone's delight. "What do you want to be when you grow up?" asked Mr. Slinger. "A teacher!" everyone responded. Lily's response was the loudest. "Excellent choice," said Mr. Slinger. As the pupils, or students, filed out of the classroom, Lily held her purple plastic purse close to her heart. Mr. Slinger was right. It had been a better day. Lily ran and skipped and hopped and flew all the way home. She was so happy. And she really did want to be a teacher when she grew up. That is, when she didn't want to be a dancer, a surgeon, an ambulance driver, a diva, or a pilot, or a hairdresser, or a scuba diver. She has lots of ideas of what she wants to be when she grows up. Okay. So now that we've reached the end of our story, you're going to take a look at your drawing of your prediction and think, were you correct? Or did Kevin Hanks surprise us with the ending? Readers, I'd like you to share your predictions that you made halfway through this story on Seesaw today. You're going to find activity 6.1, Lily's Purple Plastic Purse Predict. Click Add Response, find your name and icon, and there's two ways that you can respond as usual. If you'd like to use the pencil or pen to draw a sketch of what you predicted, if you drew it on your whiteboard, you could copy the same picture that you made. And over here in the smaller box, I'd like for you to use the text tool, or you can use a pen or pencil and write just maybe a few things down of about your prediction. Then you're going to use the marker to color in if your prediction was correct or if you were surprised. The other way that you can respond with your prediction is simply by using the camera over here or on your phone or tablet and taking a picture of the sketch or the drawing that you put on your own paper. Then you can upload it here to this page and click the green check to submit.